I realized that I had a problem with drinking when I was 26 and sober for a year. It took me my whole life to realize that I was in denial and not being true to myself. And I used drinking as a coping mechanism. I liked how I felt when I drank. And when I drank, I thought I could be strong and I thought I could talk because I've always had a hard time communicating with others and sharing how I feel and sharing my story. And so when I drank, it numbed everything so that I could just be me. When I was 5 years old, I went to my first Purdue football game and saw the All-American Marching Band and the Golden Girl. And I came home and I told my parents that I was going to be the Golden Girl for Purdue and I was going to go to college, and they thought that was great because, you know, their little girl wanted to go to college. And I had great experiences. I went to China, I went to Italy, Canada, represented the US in international competition, got to twirl for Purdue, met amazing people. Once you reach that goal, now I'm an adult, and it was like, what do I do next? And that's where I would go back to alcohol and using, because that was the easy thing to do.
When people ask us, what do we do here at Frontline? It's an awesome responsibility, and we absolutely believe that it is part of our purpose, part of our mission, that lives will be saved. People will ask us, what makes us different? What makes us different than other agencies? And I don't necessarily know that how different it is from the other agencies, but I can tell you that this is a group of people that are praying people. We stand in the gap and join together in one accord. When someone asks, what is it that keeps you up at night? Clearly, it is the awesome responsibility of what we do here. There generally aren't easy days. It's truly life and death. When I watch these young men and women walk through these doors, the average age is around 22 years old. And to me, they're still kids. They're barely adults.
When I got arrested, April 18th in 2012, I went to PAC to the offices, and I, was just telling them because I wanted help. I didn't want to be this person. No one wants to be that person that's drinking and driving and going to jail and everyone's worrying about. So I met with him, and then he said, call Frontline. I think they can help. I think it would be a good mix, and it was.
Through the art program, clearly it's been very successful, and it's something that's very meaningful to our clients, and it's a more natural way that's more meaningful to the client to really be able to express themselves. And a lot of times that's what's needed, to learn how to get what's on the inside out, and that's where they can begin the healing process.
They've laid it all out in front of me, and why am I fighting this addiction so much? You just let it go and then you go forwards. I'm looking forward to getting married and starting a family and having the communication with my kids. I look forward to being sober and taking the things that I've learned so that my kids can have an awesome childhood.
When I think about the future for our community, for Frontline, the vision certainly is to see us join together on one accord. The needs are great, the stakes are high. We just recently completed a recovery community center that will be a resource for the community, driven by the community, and that's where we see some good things happening.